happen in person, so they can't prove nothing.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Ryan Fraser in the building, Boxing Talk Up North, and I'm back with another one, man. You know what it is. We talking a lot of things, man. A lot of news going on in boxing. But before we get into that, I just want to take a look at the schedule because I took a look at it and, bro, the schedule is fire, bro. Like, it's heating up already, so shout out to everybody for tuning in. Shout out to Boxing Talk Up North. You know what it is, man. I really appreciate y'all. So just smash the like button when you come in, like Ann Wolf, like we always say.
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big right. One punch. That is it. Forget about the count.
Yeah, give me some love, man. Make sure you get into that. But let me screen share real quick. Show you guys the schedule of what I was looking at earlier today. And shout out to Boxing 2025. It is heating up. It's getting better already. Yeah, man. Basically, you got Callum Simpson. I'm guessing this is the January 11th card going down in the UK. The fight I'm looking forward to is fellow Canadian Jessica Camara fighting on hold on, man. My sec. Let me go right back quick. Yeah. Sorry about that, y'all. Shoot, y'all couldn't even see that, man. I forgot to start the go live on IG, man. Jeez. But all right, here we go now. We in effect now. We good. Everybody good. All right, we live everywhere. All right, back to what I was saying, man. Back to the schedule. Basically, we got a lot going on in boxing for 2025. So let's take a look at it quick. January 11th, this weekend coming up, we got a Canadian Jessica Camara. She's going for her title. You know, I think this is her second title fight against Caroline Dubois for the full WBC belt. You know, we wish her luck from here from Canada, Boxing Talk Up North. We hope she can bring the belt back home. We'll be rooting for her to go into the UK, you know, cross the pond and get the big upset. And then we got all these fights here. Obviously, I'm not going to go through each fight because there's a lot of action. Early on in the year. I think Eric Priest is in a good fight against Tyler Howard, who was the guy I think that fought Troy Osley. He fought Troy Osley on that Norfolk card. Keyshawn Davis and Lemos. January 24th, we got Nio Inoue. He's back against Sam Goodman. Obviously, that fight was supposed to happen a month ago in December. Sam Goodman, I think he got hurt or cut or something like that. Basically, delayed the fight to this year. Also, you got Najee Lopez, rising 175-pounder. Pro Box is back. Okay, what else we got? Dalton Smith is back on the 25th. And then obviously, probably the better card of the year of the January, I would say. Diego Pacheco and Steven Nelson, Andy Cruz and Salcido are co-maining, and Ernesto Mercado is on this card. I think also Shakur Stevenson's cousin, Moses. Sorry, what's his name, man? Let's see if it's here. I think it's jeez, man, his name is skipping my mind right now. But anyway, Shakur's cousin, who's signed with Matchroom, is also fighting on this card, his second fight. And then obviously we dip into February, which is David Benavidez and David Morrell, which can be potentially fight of the year. You know, the way these guys are cooking it up, the way these guys are starting to, you know what I'm saying, jaw back and forth. It's definitely going to be a good fight. Let's keep moving down. Isaac Cruz, Jesus Ramos, they're all on the undercard of David and David. Adam Azim versus Sergey Lipinets. This is Adam Azim's step-up fight against a former champ. We'll see if he's the real deal or if, you know, Sergey Lipinets can pull out a victory over a young prospect. And then we going to Flint, Michigan on February 2nd. Clarissa Shields going for another undisputed. I think this will be her 4th undisputed fight. You know what I'm saying? Clarissa Shields versus Danielle Perkins. And then February 6th, we heading up to Canada. Chechen Wolf Arthur versus Mohamed Mahim, who's also another pro box fighter. Mohamed Mahim is from France, I believe. That should be a good step-up fight for Arthur. And hopefully he can keep moving his way into title contention, you know, getting his name in there. Where else we going? Derek Chisora is back against Wallin. That's not the fight we really wanted, but hey, I guess Derek will take it. February 14th, man. This is the big date that just got announced. Confirms pretty much something we've been hearing for a while. Denise Baranchek versus Keyshawn Davis. I think Xander Zayas is confirmed on the card. Jared Anderson is a possibility. But K-Ron Davis is on there. Tiger Johnson, Abdullah Mason. And if Jared could get on there too. I think Troy Osley might be on there too. I haven't heard about, like, it hasn't been confirmed, but I wouldn't be surprised if Troy Osley gets thrown on there. And then February 15th, you know, Saturday, Arnold Barboza and Jack Catterall in Manchester, UK. That's a good fight. Shout out to Arnold Barboza. He had a good performance against Ramirez. And Jack Catterall, who had a good performance against Regis Prograis. You know, they're both coming off wins. And then, it's that big card on February 22nd. A lot of people looking forward to this one. Arthur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol rematch for undisputed light heavyweight titles. But it's dubbed as the best card, you know, in modern day boxing. And probably since Don King's, because of the way the card is. Multiple title fights on this card. Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker's on this card. Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield's on this card. Look at IBF heavyweight title, WC lightweight title, the middleweight title, Carlos Adames and Hamza Shiraz. And then we get into the good fights. Virgil Ortiz, Israel Madrimov, Zili Zhang, Ajit Kabiel. And this will probably be the starter of that. Boati and Callum Smith. 2 dudes who are contenders right on the clips of fighting for titles are going to be starting off the show. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to them and shout out to everybody else tuning in. What's going on, fellas? Shout out to Oscar. Salute. Shout out to Aunt McQueen, man. Yeah, man. Nelson and Pacheco is going to be a good one. I'm excited for that one as well. But, let's get into the first topic, man. Keyshawn Davis, the businessman. He's going for it, man. And I really think that Keyshawn Davis can really stamp himself as one of the best fighters in his division if he goes in there and blows Baranchek out the water, man. And I don't think that's easy, man. Them Ukrainian fighters, especially the tutelage that he's from, them dudes is good. So if Denis Baranchek makes this a tough fight for Keyshawn Davis, do not be alarmed, man. This dude is literally, like, he just beat Navarrete. A lot of people thought Navarrete was going to beat Baranchek. That's why he was moving up. And Baranchek had other plans, man. He was like, nah, this ain't going to be no easy fight. And he beat Navarrete. And now, you know, he's back with Top Rank. I think he's a Queensberry fighter to start with. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think Denis Baranchek is with Top Rank. So this is interesting that they're bringing him back. And they're going to Madison Square Garden. Shout out to Denis Baranchek. He's getting another big fight, another big check, and another big opportunity to take down a big name for him. I mean, if Baranchek wins, then, you know, maybe we're talking about Baranchek fighting Tank Davis for unified titles. You know what I'm saying? And it's got some leverage behind it because he beat the up-and-coming black fighter in Keyshawn Davis. So there's a lot of stakes in this fight right now. Keyshawn Davis and Baranchek for both guys. And I'm happy that the fight's happening this early in the year because the winner can get an opportunity to go and unify again sometime this year. So I just think that this is a huge step up for Keyshawn Davis, man. He's fighting a champ. And I think when you get a belt, win a belt, your confidence level changes. You know, you become a little bit different, a little bit more swagger. You know what I'm saying? You're more confident in what you could do. You're a champ now. So I guess we'll see, man. Yeah, Oscar, he says, we can say Keyshawn isn't really tested anywhere near title level. Yes, Branchek, Franks. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yes, man. He's Frank's Warren boy. Shout out to Warlock Boxing. What's good, man? Thanks for tuning in, man. I gotta give you guys the horns when you come in, man. What am I doing to my guests, man? You're disrespectful, man. I drop the horns for you dudes, man, for coming in. Appreciate y'all. But yeah, man, basically Keyshawn Davis, I think he needs a Lemos type of win in the sense of we're looking at it like, whoa, yeah, man. But we'll see because definitely Branchek is no easy customer. This is a cross promotion fight, which is interesting to see, you know, early in the year. But I think Bob Arum understands he's got to position Keyshawn the best he can. And this is what you do. You go after the title that you can probably get. I mean, Lomachenko, we don't know what he's doing. He's kind of holding up that IBF belt. But the IBF don't play around. So I think he'll get called to fight as mandatory soon. Who I think might end up being Raymond Morlataya. And that's an in-house fight. So that's a fight that could be made easily. And then, you know, if Keyshawn beats Branchek, maybe Lomachenko gets back in the line to try to get his get back for his countryman. And maybe we get Keyshawn Davis and Lomachenko. And then, you know, shout out to LA, man. He says, Tank unified. Yeah, right, man. Hey, Tank, at least I could say Tank tried to unify with Lomachenko. You know, we can't dispatch that. I mean, Lomachenko, to me, I think he's retired. You know, when he said he came back to fight Kambosos for his dad, I really believed him. I don't think he wanted to fight. Bro, I don't know, man. It's going to sound corny coming this way because of the way Devin Haney's getting treated these days. But I really think that loss that he took to Dev, I'm talking about Lomachenko, I think that broke him, man. I think them tears were real. I think like that was a moment he felt like he really should have won that fight. And he probably felt like, you know, boxing failed him in a sense. The judges, the sport that he loves. So I think that fight really broke him, man. I really do. Even though he stops Kambosos, I think Kambosos himself hasn't been on a good run. I think Maxie Hughes beat him, even though he got the nod. And then, you know, he went on to lose after that to who did he lose to, man? Kambosos. He lost after that and then pretty much got stopped by Lomachenko. So, I mean, he's on a 3-fight, should be a 4-fight, but he's on a 3-fight losing streak. And it's just like, man, like what do we expect from Kambosos, really? So, you know, shout out to Lomachenko because I think he's the first one to stop him. So that's something to be said. But I don't think Lomachenko's heart is in it anymore the way it was before the Devin fight. That's just the way I feel. So I think he should retire, stop holding up the division because that 35 division has been held up for a bit. You know, we want to see the guys fight. I think Keyshawn will fight anybody. But we'll have to see when if he gets to Shakur Stevenson. You know, will they fight or will Shakur just, you know, relinquish his belt and move up to 40 where Matchroom has better fights for him at 40 anyways. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm interested in the Dennis Branchek fight because I think Keyshawn Davis, it's going to show more levels out of him. You know, I think Branchek's going to make him reach in his toolbox. And I think Bomac too. Bomac's probably really got the game plan down, and we're going to see a whole different version of Keyshawn in the sense of a last fight in the Lemos fight. You know, I've always said Keyshawn's a very good, I don't want to say inside fighter. He's a very good mid-range fighter. You know, there's a lot of dudes who are good outside fighters like Shakur Stevenson who understands distance very, very well. And then there's Keyshawn Davis who is right in the kitchen, right in the fire, but he just has that good twitch muscles to where he can just get out the way just a bit. And it's more like, it's like Boots, like the reflexes are really good. And even another guy who I got to see personally, Jahad Tucker, he's like that too. Like I saw him and my brother spar. He's very, very twitchy with the muscles, man, very elusive. And guys like that, and now you can see Keyshawn starting to put together when he's returning with fire. it's not just one punch. It's up and down, all around. So it's he's thinking in there, man, and he's seeing things. So I think if he can continue to step that competition up and step that performance up, we're looking at a real star, man, in the making in Keyshawn Davis. And we know he sells tickets back home. He sold out in his first show. So, I mean, he's on his way, man. Shout out to LA. He said, I thought he lost to Maxie Hughes. Yeah, man, Kambosos went in there and robbed Maxie Hughes in Oklahoma, man, of all places. And then, like, literally had the audacity to him and Shakur to jaw to say he could beat up Shakur, man. Like, that's crazy, man. You just lost a fight. Just get on out of there. You know what I'm saying? He says Keyshawn loses. Oh, for real, man? You think Keyshawn gonna lose to Branchek? Yo, you gotta let us know how Branchek's gonna win, because I'm in agreement. It's not like a fight Keyshawn is gonna go in there and just dominate. I think Branchek brings a lot to the table. And yeah, I could even see him losing to Branchek, because Branchek is a talented fighter, bro. He just don't get the same rep. He don't have the same backing. And you know what I'm saying? He has Olympic pedigree too. So he's an Olympian as well. But, people just don't really mess with those guys like that. Those Eastern European fighters, we only hear about them when they get the upsets. There's very few Lomachenko and Usyks out here. That's for sure. Like, those guys are the top of the top because, what they've done before and the way they're promoted. But definitely Branchek, Madrimov, we didn't really know him either until, his fight with Bud. There's a few guys out there, man. Even the guy who stopped Tim Tszyu, Backram. Like, we never saw that. Well, I didn't see it coming, bro. I thought Tim was going to win. I didn't think it was going to be a stoppage, but I definitely didn't pick Tim Tszyu getting stopped in the third or fourth round. That's for sure. I thought Tim Tszyu was going to be on the other hand of it. But, it is what it is, man. I'm happy for Keyshawn Davis. I'm happy for Top Rank for moving forward. Despite everything going on with Teofimo Lopez, they are still moving their stars. And that's something that Top Rank does very, very well. They move their young stars, man. And they grow them. They groom them on free TV. It's not free TV, ESPN Plus. And that's where we get to see the guys. We don't have to pay pay-per-view. It's a good thing. I like Top Rank and what they do. I know a lot of people don't agree with Bob Arum, the way he does business. That's none of my business, to be honest. Top Rank, they have a way of giving us the young stars. They're going to give us Abdullah Mason early in the year here. And I don't know how many times he fought last year, but I can guarantee he's going to fight along the same lines of that schedule. Maybe not as many fights, because he'll be in a little bit more meaningful fights this year. But I think we'll see the activity, around the same thing, like 5 or he probably had 6 fights last year. So I think we'll get 5 or 4. And, 2 of those at the tail end will be like real meaningful fights, contender fights probably. So I'm excited for Abdullah Mason. And then Xander Zayas, like, just a dude who put his name in the hat for Victor Ortiz. But, Victor Ortiz, he went along with Madrimov. He said he ain't ready. But it showed that, he really want that fight. Even though he called Virgil out, too, after his last fight. And then, he went ahead and tried to get it. So Xander, I think he's going to be in with another undefeated fighter. And he should get the win. And hopefully we can see Xander Zayas move on up the ladder with the big boys. I don't know if he's ready for it, because 154 is a deep division, but hey, man, it's now or never. Top Rank's been grooming him forever, so they got to throw him in there. And then who else is on the card? Tiger Johnson's on the card. Still kind of unknown about him too. I'm not sure if he's quite ready. He's not quite as polished as the guys of his class, but that don't mean nothing, man. He can still get in there, get good wins, and still build his name up. His process might just be slower than his peers, but he can still get there, as long as he's working hard and keeps knocking out who's in front of him. Jared Anderson, I think he needs to get back in the ring, needs to get a touch, so I hope he could jump on this card. I don't think he's confirmed, but it'd be nice to see him on the card. So I mean, it's gonna be a good card, man. And then Polanco, I think he's on the card too. He's their guy from Puerto Rico who's coming up right now, or is he Dominican? I think he's Puerto Rican, Polanco. And we'll see, man. Shout out to LA. He says Branchek can move and is aggressive, but if Keyshawn puts him on the back foot, he's in trouble. Yeah. Nah, I agree with you, brother. Anybody Keyshawn got on the back foot's gonna be in trouble, man. Not too many guys can fight off that back foot these days, man. Trust me. But shout out to Jay Apataya. He got the win this morning. He won by 4th round KO against David Naika. It's definitely a dominating showing. Like, he came out and everything Jay Apataya was throwing early in the fight was just like power punches, man. I was like, yo, this dude may gas out if he keeps throwing like this. Shout out to L Dub Boxing in the building. Appreciate you, brother. I have to get the horns from my dude, man. But yeah, basically Jay Apataya, he's definitely looking like a menace, man. He's definitely looking like one of the ones at cruiserweight. And I think the only dude who could probably beat him might be Zerto. I mean, I know Badu Jack is back, but he's gonna have to fight Ryan Rozicki, as he's been reinstated as the WBC champion. I think they got till like February to get that fight figured out. And then it goes to purse bid after. But yeah, so Badu Jack's got to get Ryan Rozicki in the ring quickly, because I think at cruiserweight we can get Jay Apataya and Zerto. I don't know if we're gonna get that next, man, because I just heard Zerto's gonna be taking on somebody, man. I just read it today, but Zerto gonna be fighting somebody else. And then, maybe we can get a unification at some point down the line this year between Jay Apataya and Zerto. And I really think that Zerto is probably the one dude right now who can neutralize Jay Apataya's power, because he's very good on his feet. This dude throws a lot more punches at cruiserweight, so he's obviously in better condition. Shout out to Malik Scott. And, Polanco's Dominican. Yeah, you're right, man. Yes. Oh, he's making his debut at 47. Okay. I wonder why he's moving up, man. Maybe he's having troubles with weight. But yeah, hopefully Anderson is on the card. He needs to get back in. And basically, yeah, Jay Apataya is going to be, he's going to be a force at cruiserweight for a while now. Unless he can start to grow a bit, then let's see if that power can carry up to heavyweight. I'm not quite sure he can hang with the big heavyweights just yet, but I think he can go in there and do damage in that division, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if he's Usyk, man. Shout out to the boxing learner in the building, man. What's going on? Let's get the horns for him. But yeah, brother, I'm not sure if Jay Apataya can hang with the big heavyweights, the Dubois, the Silly Zangs. Even the Moses Atama fight, that might actually, Moses Atama's green still. We gotta relax on him. I'm gonna relax on him, but even the Wardleys, those dudes are huge, man. And I just don't know if Jay Apataya's power is gonna transfer up to that weight class like that, because those dudes rehydrate after they weigh in. You know what I'm saying? They still coming in bigger the next day, regardless, because of it's the heavyweight division. At the end of the day, there's no cap on weight, man. So it's a tough situation for Jay Apataya. I think he's got to go try to unify cruiserweight first before he moves up to heavyweight. But I do think he can hold his own against some of the dudes there, like even his countryman Justice Huini, who was there fighting the fight before him. I think he's very undersized for the weight class. There's other guys in around that weight class, like Joseph Parker and Caballero, Frank Sanchez, even maybe, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough for Apataya though at that weight class for sure. I don't quite know where he's gonna fit in, and I don't really know how many wins he can get there, man. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We'll see what Jay Apataya could do. We'll see if he can get himself positioned in one of these very elite weight classes that we see. And it'll just be a matter of time, man, before he gets in there and does his thing. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I really appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Make sure you smash that like button when you come in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, brother. We just talking boxing here, man. I used to jump on here whenever I get a chance. And if you want to join the conversation, man, I dropped the link in the Discord. Just join the Discord and join the chat room, Boxing Bar Talk, and I'll bring you on up on the show, brother. But thanks everybody for tuning in, man. Let's keep it moving. We got this guy Teofimo Lopez, man. He shout out to Nestor Gibbs and the Boxing Voice. They had him up there. I don't even know why Teo went up to the Boxing Voice because, you know, Ness usually giving him shit. Ness usually talking mad shit about him. So I was surprised to see Teo up there. But I guess it's kind of the state where he's at right now. He's in a cry for help state. And it's kind of sad to see, man. What's going on, D1 in the building? Really appreciate you, brother. But yeah, I think Teofimo Lopez is crying, man. He's just being... Honestly, if I was his fan base, I'd be telling that man he needs to stop doing that crying. He needs to... He made this bed. He laying in it, man. That's what it is. Like, I don't understand how your management team make you get in a contract to where if you win a title, you have to add 5 more fights to the contract. And nah, bro, what should be happening is your money should be going up, not the fights. Like, you should be able to re-up after you done all these fights. Like, how the hell are you gonna win titles and keep adding fights? That makes no sense. So I don't even know if Teo's telling us the truth, because Teofimo Lopez sounds crazy right now. He sounds like a madman. He sounds like a kid in a candy store where his mom told me can't have no candy, man. That's how this guy sound right now. He's just whining about everything. Instead of going in here and taking a fight with Subriel Matias and just shutting us all up, he on the internet talking about, oh, Top Rank gonna get what they deserve and this and that and the third. Man, they just gonna ice you out, man. This is boxing, bro. This is not the NBA. This is not MLB. There's no player commission. There's no boxer commission that's gonna help you with this situation. You're on your own. It's the wild, wild west. So why not just knock off whatever fights you got left on your freaking contract and get out of it, man? Like, I don't even understand how you got back in it. But if this is true, what you're saying, the 5 fights thing, then it makes sense, because he beat Josh Taylor, and that's when the whole report came out that he re-signed with Top Rank. But even still, man, he did fight Claggett. He did fight Ortiz, non-title fights. Subriel Matias is also a non-title fight. I mean, that's a good fight. That's somebody who we respect. So I feel like he can fight non-title fights to get out of that contract, just as long as the names are good. And we look at 40. So, okay, Subriel Matias is across the street at Matchroom. Gary Antoine Russell's there. You know what I'm saying? Isaac Cruz there. There's names at 40 he can fight. You know what I'm saying? Barbosa's there. That's a dude he should have been fought. You know what I'm saying? But it's just Teofimo Lopez rather just run around these streets thinking he's gonna get a fight by calling Crawford and to Tank Davis monkeys, bro. And then look, Devin Haney looking at his whole play. He's like, look, bro, he need us. That's why he acting like this. And they see that he's desperate, so they're not gonna give him what he wants. And Top Rank's the same way. They see that he's desperate, so they're shortchanging him on probably every single offer he's getting into. They're just shitting on him right now. And this is all T.O.'s doing, man. This ain't nobody else. Shout out to William Old School in the building. Get the horns for him. Yeah, man. But this is all T.O.'s doing. I don't really feel bad for Teofimo Lopez at this point. He obviously don't look at his contracts, but he want to sit around at a table and tell the whole world how he brought Bear Company back into boxing. So he get paid like all these other dudes and this and that and the third. And it's like, bro, like, okay, so then what's wrong with your contract? Why are you having troubles with Top Rank? Like, Shakur Stevenson was making great money, not being on pay-per-view. Apparently, they offered him a more lucrative deal than Matchroom did. And obviously Shakur Stevenson saw the bullshit and still left. Like, why would you like put yourself in a situation where you're gonna re-up fights, man? That makes no sense. But all it tells me is maybe Teofimo Lopez don't have a big market like he think he got. Because we kind of saw this with Devin Haney after the Ryan Garcia situation. His stock went down, and they thought they was gonna get, so, somebody's gonna pick up the Sandor Martin fight, and maybe he shopped around his name, and the offers that he thought he was gonna get, T.O. just wasn't getting, man. And now he want to be all mad about it, thinking, okay, I'll go back to Top Rank, and it's like, bro, you've been dookie on Top Rank since the George Kambosos fight when they lost the purse bid and it went to Triller. So I just think Teofimo Lopez got to take responsibility of where he's at, because he did this to himself. Nobody else did this to him. But he trying to convince the fans this is all Top Rank. This wasn't him. And it's like, brother, like, this is boxing, man. This is the Wild Wild West. This contract stuff you talking about happens to all fighters almost. They all mad about something in their contract. So, I mean, you ain't the only one. You just don't know how to finesse it the way the other people know how to finesse it. You mad at Crawford because he got out of his. You mad at Devin Haney because he ain't really tied. You mad at Tank Davis because Tank Davis make his own ways and pick who he want to fight. You want to be like Canelo. Like, man, you ain't that guy though, man. You need to learn to maneuver like them dudes first before you try to be that guy talking about, yo, I'm this, I'm that. Lenio, 2-time Lenio champ. Yeah, that's great. But look at the way Top Rank values that. They don't value it. They don't treat you like they value it. They don't give you Keyshawn Davis treatment. They didn't even give you Shakur Stevenson treatment. And I wouldn't either, because you can't even sell out the Hulu theater, my guy. So how are they going to treat you like that? So when these guys are selling out 10,000 and 16,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even do that. Like, Keyshawn Davis is about to go into the Hulu theater with Dennis Baranchek, and he's going to sell it out. It's going to be sold out, man. With Teofimo Lopez, this wasn't happening. And it's sad. It's really sad because the dude's talented. Dude's a great fighter. I think in the ring, I got no issues with Teofimo Lopez. He can do his thing, man. He can beat a lot of dudes on his good nights. But when he's just on the internet, airing out everybody's laundry, thinking that this is going to help him. And it's like, bro, you about to go into litigations with these people. And, you're going to see the ugly side of the business for real. Because they're going to use everything that you've been saying and everything that you've been doing, all your antics. They're going to use it against you in court, man. To say that you've been trying to slander their brand, slander who they are. Like, Bob Arum is a Harvard lawyer, man. You think he don't know his ways in and out of this business? Dude's been around forever. Like, he's still climbing in the ring at 93, man. And I don't understand how Teofimo Lopez really got the nerve to sit up here and think he gonna outsmart Top Rank. It's like, bro, they already got you. They got you already, man. They got you stuck in this dumb contract that you signed because you didn't want to look after it. So I don't know, man. Shout out to LA. He said Teo fought in the tent and still didn't sell out. Yo, trust me, bro. Oh, man. Shout out to Poro Sor. Yo, Poro Sor, what's going on, brother? Welcome to the channel, man. Yeah, y'all hit that Discord if y'all want to come in and chat. I left the link in the chat somewhere. I think I pinned it at the top. But yeah, man, I'm disappointed in Teofimo Lopez because he's such a good fighter, but he just does a lot of stupid shit, man. Says a lot of stupid shit, does a lot of stupid shit, and it's sad because he ain't got nobody around him to tell him, like, bro, you need to just chill. You need to just get in the ring with somebody, man. Make the people forget about all this dumb shit you talking about and just go fight, man. I think we say the same thing about Devin Haney too. We just want him to fight. So, man, these two dudes, man, they get on my nerves because they so talented. They good fighters, but outside the ring, they just a bunch of clowns, man. They just do dumb stuff. Like instead of just telling us you gonna fight, or just saying I'm gonna fight Subriel Matias, which is a fight that looked like Top Rank was willing to do. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Dude's been beat before twice. You know, Liam Paro. I think Liam Paro is a good fighter, but I think Teo's better than him. You know, I think Teo could probably steal a page out of Paro's book and do that same fight with more explosion. So, I mean, I don't know why you don't go in there and fight Subriel Matias, who's a credible name. I think a lot of us, if Teo beats him, we give Teo that, oh, yes, he is still that guy. We say those type of things. But when you do this, when you run away from the fight or say it's not enough money, this is not the third, I mean, you've said everything else about Top Rank. You might as well just air this situation though too and tell us how much money it was, because I can bet you it's probably one of your higher purses because of the danger involved in the fight. And yeah, man, it's Subriel Matias who is gonna bring some attraction to it. And you talk crazy about Puerto Ricans, so I feel like, man, it could be a good storm, you know, for you, because the Puerto Ricans are gonna show out, especially if it's in like New York. You know, I don't know. I know there's a big Puerto Rican population there. I don't know if they all mess with Subriel Matias, but they're going to come show up because they got a Puerto Rican fighting in the main event. That's just what it is, man. But, you know, Teofimo Lopez, I don't know what his issues are, man. I don't know who he's got beef with, but I just feel like this has been brewing for a long time. And now he's looking stupid, man. He's looking dumb as hell. But we'll see, man. All right, let's talk about Wilder, man. Shout out to Deontay Wilder and Devin Haney on joining the BLK Prime. I think it's a good move for Wilder, more in particular. Devin Haney, I understand it. You know, they probably feel like their value ain't there. Yeah. Yeah, Oscar, he might be. Matias, yeah, he might be the most competitive opponent of Teo. For sure. I mean, Josh Taylor was a good fight, but I feel like Josh Taylor, you know what I'm saying, that was the Josh Taylor that just lost to Jack Catterall. That's how I felt about it. So I would definitely say that Matias would be Teo's best opponent in the last 2 years for sure. But yeah, man, shout out to Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. He's back. He's going to be getting some work in with BLK Prime. Hopefully they can build him back up, build his brand back up. I think they got to put him in the ring with soft touches, man. I hate to say it, but Wilder got to get his confidence back, man. It looked like he don't want to punch. He don't want to let that right hand go no more. He's scared to get hit. You know, I don't know if this is the result of all those Fury fights, but he got PTSD when he see people throwing punches at him. Like he get wide-eyed and he start moving back with his head in the air. And he does like the slap punches to try to keep guys off him. And I think Deontay Wilder just needs to see some people hit the mat, man. He needs to see a guy get dropped with that right hand again for him to really believe that he is still that guy. I don't know if he's that guy. I really don't know. Because, you know, Wilder, for me, I feel like his era is done. I feel like, you know, Fury was the last one. Like, we saw what happened to AJ with Dubois. You know, AJ, doubt. Fury losing to, you know what I'm saying, losing to Usyk twice. And then, you know, the last two fights, the way they went for Deontay Wilder, they didn't go his way at all. So, I mean, I think that era's done, man. AJ, Fury, and Wilder, I think they done. But let's see if Wilder can string a good couple wins together and do something here. Shout out to William Old School. He said, when you have Eddie Hearn and Oscar and Bob saying that they lost money on Devin fights, it's going to be hard for Devin to get the money he's used to. Yeah. Yeah, I think for Eddie Hearn, the biggest issue with Eddie Hearn was like all the fights that Eddie Hearn got from Devin were not Devin's biggest fights. So like the Ryan fight was Oscar. Like they did that. And man, shout out to Bill Haney because he came out, or not Bill Haney, Devin Haney. He came out and said they did so many things wrong in contract negotiation with that fight. That's why they didn't get paid the way they got paid. And I know what happened there. Oscar De La Hoya used to be with Top Rank. He understands how to write shit. Oscar De La Hoya, a lot of people don't give him good rep, but without Oscar De La Hoya, the PBC may not have existed because a lot of their fighters that they got early on were from Golden Boy. As we all know, Richard Schaefer, before he left, he did not re-up the contracts. And when he left, a lot of those guys left. Top dogs. So Oscar De La Hoya knows how to maneuver, man. And he definitely swerved on Bill Haney and Dev, and he wrote something in the contract to where they felt like they should have got paid more on the back end. And they probably didn't meet a threshold. That's probably what it was. Devin also needs a big win to try and get more. Yeah, Devin Haney needs a big win. And I think BLK Prime can help Devin Haney as well get back into that win column. Obviously, I don't think they're going to get a big money fight here anytime soon. So I don't even know how long the BLK Prime deal is going to be for Devin Haney. I think it'll favor Wilder more because I think Wilder needs those lesser names, those softer touches, which means they can pay him less money and, get cheaper opponents and have, lower budget shows. But it's going to build Deontay Wilder's confidence, going to build his name back up. He's going to have to stay active so that we keep talking about him winning and winning in order for this comeback to work. And if he gets knocked out by any of these scrubs along the way, it's over. You can kiss that goodbye. He's not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? Because it'll just tell us that he's not that guy anymore. It'll be a sad day because I love Wilder. I felt like he was really good for boxing when he was fighting, man, when he was talking. You know what I'm saying? He had the bronze bomber to this day. All the memorable stuff he did, and then just dropping all them dudes. That was good for American heavyweight boxing, man. That was the guy. He was destroying everybody. And then, obviously Fury. The Fury fight happens, and never really had another guy behind Wilder to come up. You know what I'm saying? Jared Anderson was supposed to be that guy, but he skipped a couple steps and, ran into Bacoli. Can he get back there? That's why I want to see Jared on that February 14 card of Keyshawn and Baranchek. I hope he can get back in the ring early this year so that he can get back in probably 2 more times. I think he needs soft touches too, Jared Anderson. Maybe not as soft as Wilder, but he needs a soft touch in his first fight. And then we can start to move Jared Anderson back in the right direction and not rush him this time around. But for Wilder, the BLK Prime deal is perfect for him. Get back to these smaller American markets. Go back to Alabama. Go to ATL. Maybe New York again, the Barclays at some point. Do these events with BLK Prime and get your name back on the map, brother. Get the people behind you. Get the people to believe in you. Let the people see you do the viral stuff you used to do when you knock these dudes out, man. Put them on the canvas. The people will get talking about you. And then we can talk about you going back to Riyadh season and challenging one of these top heavyweights. And maybe Wilder could save the era, man. I don't think he's going to be the one. I think the era's done. I think Usyk finished it with Fury. But maybe Wilder can get back to the top. And if he even doesn't get back to Riyadh season, maybe he can get back to the AJ fight as a new guy, confident, couple wins. And hopefully AJ can compile a couple wins on his side. And we got that fight that we've always wanted to see, AJ versus Wilder. But I think both guys got work to do. More so Wilder than AJ because Wilder obviously back-to-back losses. AJ's always going to be a draw in the UK. This guy was a challenger against Dubois and still drew 90,000 people. So I think AJ's always going to be a draw in the UK. So I think therefore Wilder would have to go to the UK for the AJ fight. And I still think it's going to be a mega fight, man. It'll be a mega event for sure. Shout out to William Old School. He said that Wilder is my guy, but I don't want to see him lose to people he should be beating easily. Yeah, man, that would pretty much end the ride, man. That would tell me for sure that he would need to retire. But until then, I feel like it's a good plan as long as he's committed mentally and he's not just coming back for cash grabs. I'd be concerned then, but if he's coming back to do it seriously and take less money so that BLK Prime can bring in, lesser opponents and allow it to showcase him, I'm all for that, man. But you see, the thing why I say it's going to be good for Wilder is because Wilder is going to be a less money on Prime, so they can probably just do the fight with the subscription. My only thing with Devin Haney is he really believes he's a pay-per-view fighter, and him and Bill have got this pay-per-view thing so high up. I don't know why, because everybody streams these days. Everybody steals the fights on streaming. Piracy's at its highest. It's easy to steal now. It's not like back in the day. Man, I'm old enough to know what satellite was, and I remember our satellite system. If you had to watch a pay-per-view, you had to go bring your stick to a guy to basically hijack the card, and if the companies got your card zapped, you had to go back to that guy's house. This ain't like that no more. If one stream goes down on your internet, shoot, you just hit another window and you in another stream. This is not the same thing that's going on. So piracy's at its highest, and nobody's paying to watch Devin Haney fight, so they all stealing the fight. I mean, they watching, but they all stealing, so he's not getting paid. His numbers are looking trash. So I don't know why Bill Haney and Devin are so hung up on pay-per-view numbers. Like, pay-per-view are dying. Pay-per-view's dead, man. Like, who's the biggest pay-per-view star? Canelo Alvarez, and his numbers is in the 600Ks. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a representation of what's going on in the world. People aren't buying pay-per-views no more, so you have to find a new avenue. Now, it'll be interesting to see how this last crescendo card goes with Turkey Al-Sheikh, because it's a good card, and I think the pay-per-view is like $26. So let's see how that works out. Maybe you give people better fights and charge them less. Maybe they open up the wallets, you know what I'm saying? But we'll have to see until then. Shout out to LA. He says there's still some money to be made for Wilder at the very least. He just has to want it. Yeah. No, I agree, man. You're right. He's gotta want it. And I hope that it's not a situation of where he's desperate for money, to where he can take a little bit of less money front to get him footing in. Because Wilder, his I don't know, man. In the Zhang fight, when he did the spinning Rooney, that to me was like, oh man. Like, he's shelling up. Like he's saying I don't want to do this no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I took it. The man did the spinning Rooney and got knocked out. I was like, man, what is Wilder doing, bro? Like, I don't want to see him like this. And the Joseph Parker fight, it just seemed like he couldn't pull the trigger, man. Like, Joseph Parker was a huge underdog in that fight. As we all know, if he beat Joseph Parker, Turkey Al-Sheikh was going to give us the AJ fight, finally. Wilder and AJ. So, it just seems like for him, he just, I don't know, man. Boxing, yeah, I don't know, man, for Wilder, man. It looked like overnight but then he had been out the ring for so long, too. And I think it was after the Hellenius fight when he stopped him. He had to cry because he thought he killed him or something like that. And that was a sparring partner. I feel like that's when Wilder was really like lost the killer instinct in him. You can tell. But at the same time, Hellenius was a sparring partner. So maybe he did feel some type of way the way he did him. But I don't know, man. It was just a weird time for Wilder. He spun his top. Yo, he did, LA. He did, man. I was like, what the flip is going on with Wilder, man? Why he spinning like that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, why he spinning like that, man? Freaking Wilder. But you never know, man. I like Wilder. I think he's a good entertainer for the sport of boxing. I love what he represented, Bomb Squad and basically there's only one Deontay Wilder. He was a good time, man, but it seemed like it's over, bro. But hey, maybe he could win like 4 or 5 fights against some scrubs, and then all of a sudden he feel like he got that power again, and it only takes one. But he got to work on his defense. He got to work on getting back to that 1-2, man. Maybe he should call Mark Breland up and say, sorry for the way I treated you, but can you come coach me again, bro? Because, Mark Breland, I think Mark Breland understood what Deontay Wilder needed, and he provided those instructions for him. He didn't try to make it too complicated. He taught that man the most deadly 1-2 I've ever seen. Wilder was knocking everybody out. It's true, man. You gotta be perfect for 12 because the dude just needed one shot and it was a wrap. But yeah, I just hope this whole BLK Prime thing works out good for Wilder. And I just hope he can get back on top, man. Get a little bit of money in his pocket. Help his whole family out, man. But we'll have to see what goes on there, man, with him. LA say that till this day interview moment will be remembered forever. Yeah, man. Till this day when he was talking to Radio Raheem, man. Radio Raheem looked like he was scared out of his mind. He was like, man, this dude gonna knock me out. Like, yo, man, Wilder, he just one of them dudes, man. He one of them dudes. And I got no issue with Wilder either, man. I think he's a great man. But yo, did y'all see Clarissa Shields and her opponent? Shoot, man, I think I saved it. Let's see if we can pull it up here, man. Yeah, I'm gonna try to share the screen with y'all, man. Yo, the old girl tried to rip the belt from Clarissa Shields, man. That's Salida Promotions in there. Just, that guy was losing his mind. Yeah, man. Here, we're gonna screen share this quickly. Yeah, man, I couldn't believe it. But shout out to Clarissa Shields promoting her fight with Perkins, I think it is. Yeah. For I don't know if it's undisputed, man. I really don't know if it's an undisputed fight because Clarissa Shields, there's so many belts, man. She got like 4 belts already. Oh man, what? This ain't the video. Hold on, y'all. Let me try to find the video. Anyways, yeah, bro, as you're gonna see, like Terrence Crawford, all these people were in it, like just laughing, but it didn't look funny, bro. It looked like Clarissa was serious. Like old girl was serious too when she tried to grab the belt. I was shocked that she did that, but yo, you gotta get promotion, right? Man, I thought I saved it, y'all. Hold on, man. I know I saw it for sure. And that girl, she looked like tall, man. She looked way taller than Clarissa. But Clarissa Shields, like she ain't, you know what I'm saying? She ain't playing around with these girls, man. She definitely one of them ones for real. Cause Clarissa, she always got that attitude, man. I'm telling y'all. Clarissa Shields she the funniest, man. I was talking about it with Doc this morning. I'm like, man, like Clarissa Shields, she just a narcissist. She gonna get on your nerves in any way she can, man. Oh man, I think I was looking. Man, I thought I reposted it, but I didn't, man. Damn it. But yeah, basically Clarissa Shields, she just, her and old girl, they had a press conference, and old girl went to snatch the belt on Clarissa, man. Clarissa wasn't having it. She had to pull the belt back, Salito was in there. He was like, oh, what's going on? I was freaking laughing my ass off. I'm like, Salito don't even look like he can handle this girl either. That girl was dragging at him. But, boxing's like, man, they got to do these things. But, like, Clarissa Shields, she got to get into a better situation because, like, this is just... How she having press conferences in the middle of gyms, yo? I get it, man. People gonna be like, yo, why you talking about where her press conference is? But, bro, this is the GOAT. I gotta talk about where it's at. She's supposed to have a stage. She's supposed to have, the fancy lights, everything like that. But, man, what is this, bro? And, like, it's just don't feel like she getting GOAT treatment, bro. Yeah, let me show y'all, that girl is big. Yeah, man, she is, man. But yeah, this was Clarissa Shields, like, old girl here. She grabbed the belt, bro. Look how Clarissa looking at her. Yo, man. This girl, she didn't even, like, she looked like she was ready to rip that thing away from her, man. Yo, man. Yo, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, but we'll have to see, though. We'll have to see how she does, man. Because to be honest, I don't think Clarissa Shields gets enough rep for what she does. But when you got situations like that brewing, then it makes perfect sense, man. Because you look at that women's division at heavyweight, it is not deep at all. It's man, it sucks. Let's just be honest. Like, she needs to get back down to those smaller weights where there's, at least some names, some girls that could compete. I think she's always gonna be in that situation where she's calling herself the greatest, and we're resume checking and we're like, damn. I don't know, man. LA said Rick Glazer saying Spence and Fundora is in shambles and probably won't happen. Well, bro, I hope that Fundora, tells his team that he needs to go fight a unification with Bud or Backrum, because he needs to stop listening to his team. They just trying to keep the belts over there for Earl Spence, so that Earl Spence could try to get his get back against Crawford, and that's messed up, man. Holding up this guy, holding up his division for what? Oh, because we want Earl Spence Jr. to get another shot at Terrence Bud Crawford. Like, that's crazy, man. For what? For oh, so Earl Spence Jr. can get stopped again. Like, man, the dude's been out like almost 2 years. Like, yo, Spence gonna be out for 2 years if he don't make it in the ring this summer, man. I don't know, man. This is crazy for me. Jason Rosario, he's coming back against Jesus Ramos. Nah, man. Che Apataya, he thinks David Naika for dogfight. You want to fight Zerto next. All right. Okay, I'm down with that. Che Apataya versus Zerto. But I know Zerto said he's going to fight somebody else. So we'll have to see. Shout out to Timothy Bradley. He was out here, hating on Tank Davis because the way he wears his hair, man. I ain't got nothing to say about that because what some man gonna do with his hair, ain't got nothing to do with me. But Tank Davis want to wear his hair like that, still knock dudes out. Shout out to him, man. That's what he do. Yo, I agree. Samson is the worst. LA said a year for Fundora to. Yeah, you're right. Because Fundora fought on that March card against Tim Tszyu. So like even Tim Tszyu came back from that loss and fought before Fundora. Like, bro, this guy Fundora is just crazy. If I was him, I'd be calling Samson up and be like, bro, you gonna get fired just now if you don't give me a fight this month. Chill, man. It's crazy. Yo, what y'all think about Regis Prograis? It look like he's gonna be fighting Duarte. Looks like on Anaheim here. February 15th. Oscar Duarte versus Regis Prograis. Yo, that could be a good fight. I like Duarte. I think he's really, really good. I think he's underrated. Yo, shout out to him. He said that he felt like Ryan Garcia was on that Austrian when he fought him too. Yeah. Yo, I'll tell you, Ryan Garcia, that Austrian boy. Yo, Duarte said, yo, I thought he was on it too, man, when we fought. I was like, oh, man. Yo, Ryan Garcia just over there just like, damn. Everybody on the Austrian, eh? But, yeah, man. LA say Lubin's trying to get Backram. Yeah, but I thought Lubin has to fight his eliminator first for the IBF, Andre Holmes. I thought that's who he had to fight first. Because I know it got ordered, but if you got the back end, the PBC back end, you can probably bypass it because I think Mr. Backram works with the PBC, so it can get done, I'm sure. You just got to pay Andre Holmes some step-aside money, and then, he gets his shot after. That'll be up to him. But I do think that's a doable fight, but I just don't know how Lubin's going to fare in that fight, man. Backram, he smoked Tim Tszyu. That wasn't even a competitive fight. Like, that was just a one-sided ass whooping. Like, man. I was like, yo, is this guy really doing this to him? Like, he really don't like dude. Like, man, I don't know. But Lubin's been on a win streak. He's got a good couple wins. Ever since he lost to Jermel. And I'm pretty sure he lost to Fundora as well. Fundora fight was a war. It wasn't easy for Fundora. So, I mean, maybe Lubin's got probably a chance to put up a better fight than Tim. I think we could say that. But I don't know, 'cause Tim was a former champ. So, I mean, people were saying that Tim Tszyu scared Jermel Charlo away. Like, that's how his run was, where people were saying that. Duarte is with Robert Garcia, too. Yeah, he is, man. Robert Garcia got a little, he got a camp over there, man. Those dudes is all putting in work over there. Shout out to Robert, man. But yo, shout out to David Morrell. He really on his talking shit streak right now, He's saying that he's faster and stronger and smarter than anyone David Benavidez has faced. All right, smarter. I don't know if he's smarter than Caleb Plant. Faster, maybe. Stronger, maybe. I know David Lemieux was a puncher, but David Lemieux didn't get any chance to do anything against Benavidez. So Dave Morrell may have a case for 2 of the 3. I do still think Caleb Plant, Sweet Hand Plant, has a good IQ. And I do agree with Morrell. Like, David Benavidez ain't never been in the ring with anybody like him. But we could say the same for Morrell. Like, he's never been in the ring with anybody like David Benavidez. So it goes both ways. But that's why that fight is so good. Because we want to see that fight happen, right? And Morrell's 11-0. He is being moved quickly, but shout out to David Morrell, because he's been calling for this fight for like 2 years. And he was at 168 when he first started calling for it. I think David Benavidez and Senior were saying something of the sorts of like they basically were going to fight Morrell as the third fight. They didn't, because Canelo Alvarez, it came over to the PBC, so they started, trying to parade to get that Canelo fight. Obviously, it didn't work out. And goes up to 75 because he's being told, or David was being told, should he had beat Bosdick, he'd be in line for Beterbiev and Bivol, before not realizing that Mr. Turkey Al-Sheikh gets these rematches done quickly. So that rematch is it's already made. If Bivol could win, then David Benavidez got to wait again for the trilogy. But if Beterbiev wins, then Benavidez or Morrell, winner of that gets Arthur Beterbiev. Yo, LA, you sound like Troy Hams. Oh my God. He said Tim Zoo got his pack busted. Yo, shout out to Troy, bro. That dude, he's a real one, man. I mess with Troy. I miss him on the boxing boys, bro. Troy's a real one. A lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying. Shout out to Dub in the building. He said, incoming entire crew on the way. Salute, family. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. Oh, Doc must have been live tonight. Yeah. Said no snitching. Nah, you good, Dub, man. You good over here, that's for sure. But yeah, David Morrell, he got a shot for real. I mean, I feel like he can definitely push Benavidez to a new, to a new era, man. We're going to see Benavidez if he is what he is, because David Morrell, he ain't got no respect for David. When David went to go shake his hand and he didn't do that, I was like, damn. And then he threw that belt at David. That's when I was really like, yo, he really don't like this dude. He threw his whole belt at him. Like, he don't care nothing about David Benavidez. He just want his head. But hey, man. Yeah, man. He definitely one of them ones, man. Morrell. I'm excited to see this fight, David Benavidez and David Morrell, just because of the animosity these guys have. They're both young. And when you got young guys fighting at this age, then we'll see, man. But yeah, let's keep going down this news, bro. There's some stuff in here that I'm like, what? Like Zerdo saying he want to fight Jay Apataya. Okay, that's cool. David Benavidez, Usyk, and even Jake. Man, everybody want to fight Jake Paul, man. Why everybody want to fight Jake Paul? Like, shout out to Jake Paul. He got the game. He got the game on smash right now. All these dudes, these real boxers who didn't want Jake Paul in the game, now they so-called want to be in the ring with him. This is what they should have been doing when he got in. But nah, they tried to ignore him. Now look at them. Now they begging for fights, man. Now, Unified Cruiserweight title holder Gilberto Ramirez has big plans for 2025, as he may just put himself in position to make them all happen. Nah, there's no way he's making all these fights happen. Jay Apataya, that one's going to take a while. He just fought. David Benavidez is in a fight. Usyk said he's taking like time off, so he ain't fighting him. And then Jake Paul don't even probably know who Ramirez is. So he definitely not fighting Jake Paul. So he got an opportunity to get maybe one, maybe two of those four. He's not even getting three done. This dude the guy who wrote the article needs to stop, because it's not even realistic, man. Not realistic. Ramirez said, my goal has always been to leave a legacy in this sport, and I'm looking forward to becoming an undisputed champion. Okay. Well, you got to fight Jay Apataya and whoever gets the WBC, which I think right now is Badu Jack. But Battle Jack gotta fight my guy from Canada. You gotta fight Ryan Rozecki. And Ryan Rozecki is getting better. So Battle Jack after 2 years. Yeah, the Ryan Rozecki fight may not work out, bro. May not work out. He better take that fight now, man. Before Ryan Rozecki keeps getting better. Or else, you know what I'm saying? He gonna end up like Mike Tyson, bro, when you fight him.
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
Yo, Mike Tyson's legendary, bro. Mike Tyson's the legend. Yeah. Even though I say it, man, he one of them ones, man. But yeah, join the Discord, man. Chop it up. And just talk boxing, man. You know, this is gonna be a good year. It's off to a good start already. I don't know. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen in 25, man. But I feel like we're in a good place with boxing to where, you know, even if there's a lot of BS, there's enough players in the game now, and there's enough fighters to where we will always got something going on that's going to be good in boxing. That's just the way I feel right now, man. We're at a good spot in boxing. And, you know, these promoters, they just got to get on board. Bro, yeah. The boxing fan jam. Yo, man, stop, bro. Boo Boo Andre. Why everybody call me that, man? I don't even look like him. Damn. Boo Boo Andre, man. He definitely a funny one, though. Yeah, LA said, I hope Top Rank goes to the Zone. Yeah, man. I hope so, too, because, you know, the Zone is missing an American boxing promoter. Like, they got all of the UK over there, pretty much. And I don't mind watching UK boxing. I watch every now and then, but, you know, I like to watch American boxing as well. Like, I like to watch guys on this side of the pond who we can follow easier. We know because of the amateur backgrounds and they get the back in here. You know what I'm saying? I got no slight with any of the UK guys. I'm just saying, more interested in the West, a little bit more than over there. That's all. So yeah, I hope Top Rank goes over there. I guess we got Golden Boy over there, but I think Golden Boy is more geared to like probably the Latin Americans more so. And that's no problem with that. I watch Golden Boy too because they got great fighters over there too, man. They got good fights. You know, they always putting on events. Shout out to Oscar De La Hoya, man. He's always got something popping over there. You know, he got Kenneth Sims. He got Duarte in a fight against Regis. That's you know what I'm saying? That's Eddie versus Oscar in a way. They need to just hurry up and do their 5v5, man. I think they need to do it. I think they need to do the 5v5. Eddie Hearn versus Oscar De La Hoya. Golden Boy versus Matro. Just do it. The 5v5, man. Y'all don't like each other. Y'all talk crazy about each other. So just go ahead. Just settle y'all differences in that 5v5, man. But nah, these guys just, they rather talk, man. They rather talk. Instead of get up there and do that walking, man. But it is what it is, you know. Y'all see Jaime Munguia? Yeah, Gabby Fundora. She undisputed. The youngest undisputed champion in boxing. Yeah, I think she is, man. I think she is the youngest. For sure. 22 or 23? 22. I don't know when Dev did it. I think Dev did it at 23. But I think she's 22. She's the youngest ever. The Golden Girl. Shout out to her for giving herself that label. And, you know, Sebastian Fedor, that's where he should have took his ass over there. You know, Oscar De La Hoya would have had him in some good fights already. He would have had him positioned for sure. You would have been talking about Fedor and Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Not Fedor and Canelo. Not Crawford and Canelo. Even though, like, I know that fight, Crawford wants it. I'm not mad at it. But I'd rather see Terrence Crawford be 3-time undisputed than to beat Canelo Alvarez, just to be honest. I'd rather see him go for history again, unless he can beat Canelo Alvarez and then beat William Skull and be 3-time undisputed at 168, then whoa, that'd be a huge feat, man, for Terrence Crawford. I doubt he does all that, because I feel like if he beats Canelo Alvarez, why would you fight again? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you go ahead and fight again? But, we never know, man. Boxing's funny over here sometimes. But shout out to Gabby Fundora. She's definitely a problem, because she can move up and down weights. She's long, she's tall, man. So I don't know. Golden Boy got one, that's for sure. And her. But we'll see what she does in 2025. It looks like Jaime Munguia is activating his rematch clause against Bruno Sarac. Set to take place in April 12th at Tijuana, Mexico. Oh, man. Shout out to Jaime Munguia. He's going to spin it back and try to right his wrong. Yeah. Jaime Munguia just has a problem of just punching and staying. Like, it's like he freezes. I don't know if he's taking a look at his shots, his work. But for me, it's like, man, just fucking move your head off the line, please. So, like, I feel like dudes, Bruno Sarac, just as soon as Jaime Munguia stopped punching, he just took a look. He's like, oh, he's right here, and just threw a shot. Boom. And dude just never recovered, man. I don't know why people are talking about the ref did a fast count. Like, nah, man, this dude was done. Like, the ref could have counted to 20 and he still wasn't recovering. Like, he was done. He was out. He was not gonna recover from that. Jaime Munguia, he was knocked out. So, I don't know, maybe after the Canelo fight, his punch resistance is questionable. But, or maybe just all the wars he's been in. But I just feel like Jaime Munguia has always had defense problems. Always. And you can see that they just never addressed it, man. Because he's been getting away with punching so much, being so active with his punches, with his offense, that he hasn't probably really had much coming back at him. Even though he fought Canelo, and Eric Bazinian gave him a tough fight. I thought Eric Bazinian was doing really well in that fight. So, you got Bruno Sarac, who is undefeated too. He is undefeated coming in there, but he only had like 4 KOs. So, he's not punching, but he knows how to win. Shoot, he proved that night, man. That was actually funny. Like, he knocked dude out, man, for real. But shout out to everybody for tuning in, man. I really appreciate y'all. Smash that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Yeah, Ellie said he admires his work too much. Should have stayed with Freddie. Yeah, I don't know why he went back to Eric Morales. I don't know what it was, the situation there. Like, because I feel like he didn't get enough time in with Freddie Roach. But I don't know, man. Guys move around a lot. Guys always blame the coach first. It's always the coach. But Jaime Munguia and his whole situation has nothing to do with the coach. Like, he just doesn't move his head. I don't know why, man. Never understood it, man. But yeah, shout out to Dev, man, and Ryan Garcia. They gotta run it back, eh? They gotta run it back.
Doing what I do. All white, looking nice. Okay, come through.
I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
Yo, man, they gotta run it back, man. I don't know what these dudes is doing, man. There's so much money in that rematch. They both everybody gonna watch that shit. If Ryan and Haney fight again, they need to put that in a stadium, because everybody's showing up to watch that shit, man. Yo, especially the lead up, man. Oh, man, they gonna be talking crazy. I don't know. Ryan Garcia or Oscar De La Hoya said he's not going to do it. Ryan Garcia, he got to be in a dumb contract with Oscar because I don't know how he's not out of it, man. Like, he's the type of dude who he doesn't really need Oscar De La Hoya. Like, he can promote himself. He's like Jake Paul. Like, he's got a cult following, man. This dude got caught pop with steroids, and they were still saying, no, it wasn't the steroids. It's like, bro, he literally popped dirty. But y'all really try to convince the world that it was not steroids. Okay. I don't know where all y'all motherfuckers was at when these track stars get caught popping dirty and then they medals get taken away. Y'all should have been there. No, don't take the medal away. You just, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough pop, you know what I'm saying? The other guy could have ran a little bit faster. He only finished 0.5 in front of him. It's like, oh, don't matter if you finished 10 meters in front of him, bro. He popped, yo. It is what it is. Yeah, why Ryan said like that. Yo, that whole entire lead up Ryan was on one, man. And I feel like it was all an act. I don't even feel like he was probably training for real, man. I don't feel like he was, you know what I'm saying? He's out here talking about the Illuminati, blew the weight. Yeah, the weight thing, I don't know. He wasn't lying though. He never really made one. I don't remember Ryan Garcia ever making 140, so he never really lied. He was right. He never makes 140. They should have expected that, him to blow the weight. But they didn't prepare for none of that, bro. They was just hoping that he would have came in, been professional, after all the crazy stuff he was doing. You should have known there was going to be some antics leading up to the fight, man. This guy was already losing his mind, so I don't know. It is what it is, because the whole situation of the drugs, the way the dude was acting, he probably was on something. The way he was acting was crazy. I don't know if steroids gives you those type of mood swings. Somebody would have to educate me on that, but he was definitely acting like something was going on with his system. That's for sure. I ain't never seen Ryan Garcia act like that ever. BLK Prime, he said Wilder versus Francis Ngannou makes sense. Yo, there's one problem, round one. That's a big budget. That's a budget I don't think that BLK Prime could fit, man. We're talking about Ngannou, who just got paid like $25 million to fight AJ. I don't know what BLK Prime's gonna be able to put up for him. And then Wilder, Wilder, he's not gonna let Ngannou get more money than him in his sport. But yeah, I just think that BLK Prime is gonna do a good job of rebuilding Deontay Wilder's brand by him fighting. You know what I'm saying? Let's Yo, he did say that. I'm strong. He did say that, bro. We should have known something was up when he said that, bro. Yo, Ryan said I'm strong, man, and he came with it looked like apple cider he was drinking, but people said it was beer. There was no way he was freaking drinking beer at that presser, man. It was probably some apple cider or some ginger ale, bro. He did say that, bro. He was doing, I'm telling y'all, Ryan Garcia is hilarious, man. He's good for boxing in that aspect of like, he bring that character, like you bring that WWE character for sure, man. He's that guy that you can definitely root for, man. Like Macho Man Randy Savage or, John Cena. You can't see me. He's that dude, man. Yo, he was flexing like a ride. Yeah, man. Yo, Ryan Garcia. Y'all gonna make me play it, bro. He's hilarious.
Doing what I do. All white. Looking nice. Okay. Come through.
I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
Bro, that was the problem. Devin Haney didn't think he was taking it serious. Devin Haney thought this was gonna be food, yo. He was fooled, just like the rest of us. I was fooled too, man. Yeah, Randy Savage, yo. I feel like Ryan Garcia is kind of like that guy, man. He like, you know what I'm saying? He cringe, but he cool. His people love him, man. They love him. They love Ryan. I didn't understand how massive his fan base was until this whole Devin Haney thing kicked off. I just always thought, like, you know, he was a TikToker, whatever. People liked him because he had the videos where he was doing the double M bag. You know, people like to see that. They probably think they could do that, but no, he's got a real, like, Taylor Swift type of fan base where Ryan Garcia cannot do wrong. The man was going on racist rants, and people are still over here talking great. Like, y'all know he didn't mean it like that. Like, what? The man saying the N-word, dropping the M-bombs all over the place. He got black people right beside him, man. I just don't know, bro. Ryan Garcia's definitely got a fan base, man, that's very, very, very dedicated to him, man. Even when he fought Tank, he had a lot of people that thought he was going to beat Tank because that's his fan base. That's who they were. They showed up. You know what I'm saying? 1.5, they showed up, man. Ryan Garcia fans. Shout out to Tank Davis. He does do good numbers, but he don't do Ryan Garcia numbers. Ryan Garcia was different, and that was his first pay-per-view with Tank Davis, which is crazy. You know, I don't know why Golden Boy hasn't really put him in position to do more pay-per-views, but I feel like that's something along with Ryan Garcia. Just he probably not accepting the terms that Oscar want him to accept, so he's not going to do the pay-per-view unless it's going to benefit him. And in a cross fight like Tank, you know the numbers are going to be astronomical, so you can't even get in the way of that. Even though Oscar tried to get in the way of the fight, he tried to get in the way of the Tank fight because of the catch weight and the rehydration clause. It wasn't the money. It was never really the money. No, I feel like they probably had a 50-50 split at the end of the day. But, yeah. That's what it is, man. Ryan Kardashian, yeah, man, he is. And even the Kardashians, man, they famous for weird reasons that none of us know, man. Well, Kim, we know why she famous. Shout out to Ray J. But yeah, man, there's no reason why the rest of them's famous. Hey, Dub said Tank's got Ryan's here now. So, yeah, maybe he trying to be like Ryan, man. Maybe Tank see something in Ryan. He like, man, I could take a page out of his book. Ryan Garcia can't do no wrong. You know what I'm saying? He making all this money, doing all these racist rants. Everything, man. Shout out to Tank, right? Tank?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't really know what's going on with the boxing game with these young cats, but they funny, man. They funny, bro. You know, we got Teo having a meltdown. Ryan Garcia, the world's ending. He about to die, he said. Remember, he said, I'm dying on this date. Giving us dates. Tank Davis showing up to his press conference like he don't even want to be there. Devin Haney out here filing lawsuits, battery. Oh, man, boxing's crazy. Corey Stevenson crashing out at Lomachenko at the Riyadh seats, bro. Like, these young cats, man, they giving us way too many headlines outside the ring. We need some headlines inside the ring, bro. These dudes is funny, man. I appreciate them, though, for doing what they do for boxing in a sense. Keep the sport moving, hopefully. But yeah, man, we about to jump on out of here, man. Kick it. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out, man. I'll probably be on with Doc tomorrow morning if he's going live. I'll kick in with Doc, see what he's doing. Yeah, Oscar. He was making predictions, yo, man, on his whole life. Like, man, they go come get me on this date. Like, what did they arrange it with you, Ryan Garcia? Did they tell you that you got to be here at this spot? You know what I'm saying? To meet your maker? I don't know. Ryan Garcia's a funny guy, but yeah, man, I'm probably. Oh man, LA say you think Schofield has a chance? No, nah, man. I used to think he had a chance until that's what I'm saying. Floyd Senior just be talking too much. He be doing too much talking. So he was on a interview podcast. You know how he is, man. He do all the talking. Schofield Jr. just sit beside him and yeah, Dad, yeah. So his dad said him and Shakur were sparring. And this must have been way back before they even fought Shakur or had the fight lined up, because he was like talking, he was bigging up Shakur basically. And he said Shakur hit Schofield with a body shot. And he said Schofield Jr. almost shit himself. He's like, yo, he almost shit himself. I saw his ass cheeks clench up for the rest of the round. And I'm like, bro, this guy. So Shakur's going to destroy him, bro. Like, obviously Shakur's been destroying him in sparring. It's just, Schofield Sr., whatever, his son probably had like a good round or two. And you know how he is, bro. When you have a good little session against any champ, apparently you went in the gym and beat them up. But, this guy's just a sparring king, like sparring warrior. I don't understand it, man, why people put so much weight into sparring. It's just sparring, man. It ain't even the real fight. So he was talking about his son getting his almost shitting himself in the ring with Shakur Stevenson. So I can guarantee Shakur Stevenson's gonna try to make that happen for real this time around. Gonna try to embarrass that kid, man. But he gonna get paid though. So shout out to him. He just had a baby. So shout out to him. Floyd Schofield Jr. He's another dude who needs to speak up. Devin Haney needs to speak up some more. These guys letting their fathers speak. Their fathers ain't doing the punching, man. Their fathers ain't getting punched on. And these guys doing all the talking, man. It's crazy. I want to hear more from them. They the fighters. They in there. They doing the damn thing. Bill Haney ain't doing shit in there. Auntie Schofield ain't doing shit in there. These dudes just get up on the internet and talk like they went in there and fought 12 rounds. Like they went in there and beat somebody's ass. It's crazy, man. It's a tactic. It's fake info. Nah, bro, I don't know, me. He sounded pretty convinced. I just didn't think that he would think that would get out like that, but I took it as, okay, you love sparring. So what you saying is your son almost got stopped with a body shot, bro. So you telling me. But I guess it is a tactic for him, man. Sparring's a huge thing for Auntie Schofield, man. He loves sparring. He talk about his son hit Devin Haney so hard the whole gym stopped, bro. So what, man? Did he knock Dev out? No. All right, so then what we talking about? Everybody, this is boxing. People are gonna get clipped, man. People are gonna get hit. You saw Jay Apatow in the second round this morning. He got clipped. Looked like he was hurt. And dude turned the fight around and absolutely annihilated dude. That's just what it is, man. You in a sport where you're gonna get hit. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I'm gonna head on out. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show, man, on the way out, brother. And thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all, man. Peace.